Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody in between, welcome back to Trailerfitter's Toolbox. So last year we split a hammer handle. Yep, couldn't repair it. You don't wrap tape around them. It's not economical really to repair these hammers if the head's knackered. Yep, so we went and bought a new one. And you can see how worn this is. It's right down to metal. It's not impossible to change the copper and the raw hide bits, but it's not worth it the time you take to do it. So what we're going to do is change the handle. And I bought one mail order from Thor Hammers. Sent it to me in a nice packet. Post and package was nearly as much as what the handle was, but we have a new handle. Yes, nice pickaxe style handle. Okay, so it's a matter of just knocking that out and then dropping the new one into place. It's really that easy, which is a happy bonus time. Okay, the newer type, they have a protrusion through them, which some people don't like. Now you could bash it until the hammer wedges properly, or the weight of it by using it will actually put it into place, but it's actually better to tap it down. But you can see here the difference. I've still got use on the old rawhide. Rawhide is actually really good because it is soft, and both faces of this hammer are actually sacrificial. You use them, they fall to bits. That's the whole idea. But at the end of the day, the hammer head and the handles are really, really good, and I like Thor. It really does give me a semi-on to own these type of hammers, simply because of the names. So we've got two number 4s now, just in case. So number is 994 HSO. Okay, and you can mail order these from Thor Hammers direct, which is actually quite expensive. It's cheaper to go and buy them from agents along with the hammers. But that's what you need to do. You need to keep your tools in good order, don't you? So so I know what you're thinking. You wonder what the hell's going on. Well, things are going to change just a little bit this year. We have some help with the channel. Yes, we have some help with the channel. We have some friends with us to help explain about tools. This year we're going to cover my toolbox in depth. Like I said last year, it's going to be a very painfully detailed toolbox tour. Okay, so I've got some friends along, which I've got from an agency to help us out. And of course they're going to be helping me out with the work as well. So you can see the toolbox in the background, and you can see one of our new characters. This is what it's all about. So the first chap I want to introduce to you is, well, we call him Chimp at the moment because he is exactly what he looks like. Absolutely excellent and suited to the job straight away because he has a lot of upper body strength, very physical, and actually the story goes from the agency, and I've not had the documents through from them yet explaining everything, the CV or whatever, but this guy was in a test laboratory and was given loads of intelligence tests, manual dexterity tests, and he passed all of them. So I'll just show you here. Chimp, 19mm spanner, open-ended, combination 19mm. Well done, mate. Now go for the battery gun snap-on 3.8 drive. He used this earlier, so he knows where it is and what it is. Is he going to get it? Yep, there you go. How about that? Okay, go and get a Whitworth open-ended or double open-ended spanner, Chimp. You know where that is. Go on, you can get that. Oh yes, that's one of his favourite ones because it's quite heavy. Okay, go and get some hammers. A pair of hammers. Hang on, what's he going for? Oh, no, they're adjustable spanners. You don't hit anything with adjustable spanners. Yes, I know you've seen fitters do that, but they're not hammers. Actually, he's quite dexterous, this young man here. He has certainly taken a shine to this job, especially with the air tools and my sockets, and it's almost like he's taken them for his own. Everything he uses he puts back straight away, which is brilliant because some apprentices don't do that. So you can see here, very, very organised, which is putting me to shame actually because my toolbox is a mess. So Yeah, he does seem to copy things. Okay, so I told him to put the spanners back where they should be, so that's the 22 and the 24. Okay, which is in my lower drawers, bigger spanners, and then yeah, he does what I do. I just chuck the others in a pile. Yeah, and he's telling me that, we know. But chimps, they are really manually dexterous. Their fingers, like human beings, can manipulate things. So in the fitting world, of course, this is probably one of our most vital tools, is the hand. Okay, you can feel, can't you, even through gloves. Yeah, so Chimp's got this here, just fitting the airbag on and then doing up the air fitting. And then what he'll do, I told him this, I'm showing him what he's doing anyway, open-ended 28mm spanner, and then do the fitting up. And what happens here is that he actually feels it just right without splitting the rubber. Correct tool and correct procedure. Yep, so Chimp is going to show you something now that he worked out about undoing and doing up nuts near a place where you could hurt yourself. So you can see the cross member over there. How he's pushing it here, as he says, is not very good. What you need to do is to control your thrust, and this is holding the spanner, which is on the nut or the bolts, so it won't slip off. Yet that means you have more control. Okay, so that's a two-handed operation doing that. As you can see, non-control, whereas this, you don't have control. It could slip off and you'd hurt yourself. So with his left hand, you can see here, he's put it on top of the spanner here on the nut, and then he has a lot more control over it. Try it. If you didn't know and you don't really concentrate, try it. Yeah, put the air gun down, get your spanners out and have a try, because this is a good way. This way it isn't going to slip and you ain't going to hurt yourself. So here's a tip from the Trailerfitter today. After you've done a job and you've got plenty of rags, yep, sift through them. Sift through them to see if you've got any tools stuck in them, because yeah, I did that earlier and I'd lost an 17mm socket, snap-on one. Couldn't find it, went through the rags and there it was. Yeah, 17mm socket, half-inch drive, shallow. How much do you think that cost? 20-30 quid, something like that. Yeah, that's a big loss. Right, so the next guy I want to introduce to you, he yet doesn't have a name because he doesn't speak. He does a little bit of grunting, but that's about it, and he's very, very shy. Yeah, so we'll put the light on him. And we did manage to get him to come out for a little while, and this is our man here. Yeah, make of him what you will. Yeah, and it took a little bit of a while to find out what sort of guy he was. Now, it does take a little bit of time to work out what guys are like. When they start to share things with you, the perception of their world, then you start to get a grasp of whether they're any good or not yet. But I will show you the ingenuity that he had a little bit later. But when he came to us, he's only been here a couple of days. What did he do? He went straight to my electrical drawer. So I think he likes electrical work. Yes, this is what I have the impression of. Yeah, and he was inspecting my tools. And we don't get any facial expressions. We get a few grunts out of him. But yeah, okay, so do we get a mark of approval? Well, yes, we do actually, because he went to a test equipment, yeah, which is quite unusual really, because most fitters don't test, do they? Yeah, this one did, VR Probe, and yeah, he'll be showing you, I'm sure he'll be showing you how to use that. Now, we did a Land Rover half shaft and broken CV, and yeah, there is something about this guy which is a bit disturbing, actually, because he likes bits of metal, and I think what he was trying to tell me was this is going to be a useful tool, but his communication skills aren't the best, so I think I'm going to have to explain things once we get to understand each other. Yeah, but he put it in my drawer, so obviously that is going to come in useful at some point, yeah? But what he showed me here, and we were doing a Land Rover hub seal as well, yeah, front hub seal, didn't have a seal driver for it, so he had a route through my box, found one of these oil filler caps, yeah, and turned it into a seal driver. Now, how many guys would have thought of doing that in a push? Yeah, because it would have meant otherwise finding something else to use. But there's one thing that was a bit strange. He went to my multimeter and he looked at it and he stared at it, and I'm pretty sure that he was trying to get YouTube on it. I know you guys in the trade already realise that where you work is like a circus where you have clowns and acrobats. Yep, but we have a chimp which has been sent to us, which we can mould into somebody, and we have this mysterious guy who has potential, should I say. But they said they were going to send us a third guy who hasn't turned up yet, but he's going to start next week when it's dark. So in the meantime, we have Chimp, who really has taken to the job. He is a grease monkey. This mysterious guy here who has some innate talents which are slowly coming to forefront, and I'm sure he's going to share some stuff with you. But this year what they're aiming to do is to do a more interesting toolbox tour than what you see on YouTube, because I'm pretty sure, I know guys like to show off their toolboxes, but when you actually look at some of the toolbox tours, they have so many tools that they never ever use, and they're either shiny because they're inexperienced or they've just bought more stuff than they really ever need. But this is different. What I would like to cover is how and whys of the tools, and I am doing some studies so I can share with you some extra bits like the angle of the dangle on spanners and how you can use them properly. Yeah, as well as sorting this mess out, because it really is a shit show at the moment. I have all sorts of spanners which, yeah, they are in drawers, sort of, yeah. And it's been like this for years, but I'd like some more order. And, of course, there's going to be a big wish list as well, because there's stuff that I really, really need to organise this toolbox with. Yep, so you can see how it's laid out at the moment, which is, it's okay for me, but not good enough, okay? So I've got the guys out to help me so we can get rid of the crap we don't really need and build on what we do, yeah. So, yeah, this is going to be a very painfully drawn-out toolbox tour, yes, or should I say painfully detailed one, yeah? So, toolbox rules are as such, and Chimp is now going to say goodbye to you, and we'll see you next week, guys and girls. Take it easy and stay safe.